I'm not a good person, but it just goes to show that good things do happen to bad people. So anyone out there who's up against the wall, fucking stick to it. Every cent you got, your rent, your electricity bill, if you're going to buy your missus a ring, don't fucking do it. Keep punting. Keep fucking punting.
Welcome, punters, to another episode of the Whispers Racing podcast. As you can see, I'm flying solo tonight, so we'll keep this episode short and sharp with plenty of winners, and we will have Matty hopefully back next week. Had the pineapple last week, River Ribble. He just found one better on the day. Looked to be going well at the 400, but just not good enough. So, yeah, that was another second for the pineapple. Geez, it should be around 70%, I reckon. But that's the great game we are buying shares in. Well, you can listen to my previous podcast from Sunday for the horses you want to buy shares in. Recorded it on Sunday, and there'll be another one recorded hopefully on Sunday too. Cash out, I got nothing this week as it was a very light on week. Track stats, we'll go with the rail out 3 meters at the Valley. I'll be treading very carefully at this meeting because the track has gone through an annual track reno as it does after the summer series. I feel the track will be still trying to strengthen from the roots below. In saying that, I reckon the rail will be the place to be early on as they're very small fields, a couple of 955s. So you won't get much of a guide other than the rail. By race 6, the quad legs, I reckon you'll be seeing horses win from lane 4 to 7, as I reckon it'll be fresher ground and the inside might be chewed up just due to the track being a bit loose and being a touch soft. Very important to watch and act for this day and see what patterns they may be. Move to the trial trackers, race 3, number 4, Written Swoosh. Had 2 jump outs. I thought the most recent one was at Maui was really good over the 1,000 meters in a time of 106 on the heavy 10. But I thought she did it with ease and looks to have come back really well. Only had one start in its first prep and should have won. So looking forward to seeing what she has come back and how she has come back. And if we go off that jump out, I think she's a good chance on Saturday. So that's race 3, number 4, Written Swoosh. We'll preview races 2 and 6 at the Valley. We'll kick things off. Race 2 is a 2-year-olds over the 955 for the Colts and Geldings. Very important speed maps here. As I said, they might be leaderish as the 955s. They are always turning until the home straight, basically. So be very, it's very vital, these speed maps. I've got number 1, Alpha Moore, and 5, Epic Center leading. Behind them, I reckon we'll have 8, Prado from barrier 1, number 7, Keysborough, first start, barrier 3, and number 2, the Guava, barrier 10. I reckon they might be 3 wide, no cover. And the rest will have Charlemagne, Frinson, and Timbleton or Tim Bolton behind them, and Mogalist and Fazutu will be up the rear. But yeah, Alpha 1, Epic Center, Prado, Keysborough, and the Guava will be top 5 and running. So I'll be looking at those. Keen to have a bet in this race. Just run through the jump outs here. I thought number 2, the Guava, number 3, Frisson, and number 7, Keysborough. All 3 have jumped out super and look to make their presence felt. Yes, the Guava's coming off a little freshen up, but he jumped out quite well. And Frisson had 1 start over at the Valley and at Bendigo and 1, and he's jumped out quite well. And Keysborough has jumped out well too for his first start. Of the race horses, number 1, Alpha 1, was good at Hawkesbury, tried to throw it away. Was a nice win considering what it did wrong down the straight. Please go and look at the replay. Did well to win from there. Number 4 was good at which is a Charlemagne, was good at Cranbourne and rated really well and can win again, but maybe just be a bit too far back. He might be held up at the Valley, as horses like to be held up, and unlucky there. But the horse I want to get involved here is number 7 here, Keysborough. He's had one jump out since March, and it looked really good. They tried to look after the horse. Had a nice little stranglehold, didn't want to really push him, and that's a normal and good sign for the Hawkshard when they do that sort of stuff. Gets Willow, draws perfect, and can sit right behind the leaders. This looks to be a serious, serious horse, and I'm keen to get involved at around the $5. That's number 7, Keysborough. Race 6 here is a benchmark 78 over 1,600 meters. As I just turn my pages. The speed map here, we've got Cyclone Sally leading with Soaring Eagle, who should come across from the 11. Matilda from 6 should just really hunt up and let Soaring Eagle come across it, but just use him to find a nice spot. It's true. An emergency could be 3 wide, no cover. Just depends if Matilda can get across. Behind them, we should have American Angel, Akira Bowie, and Glamour Fox. One of the chances, so Lesser File, he should be 3 wide. He should have a bum to follow, so he should be within striking distance. It just depends how the track's playing, but I think that's a nice barrier if the inside might be off. Keen to have a 2-bet play in this race. Number 2, American Angel, is the main play for here. Was really good first up, storming home and running some nice sectionals home. And then second up, he was 3 wide, no cover on a solid tempo. Has had 41 days between runs, but I'm really happy with the horse and its map. Can camp right behind the leaders, and the booking of D-Lane tells me they're going to use this barrier and be very, very competitive. He's had 1 start at Moonee Valley for 1 win, track and distance, 1 start, 1 win. Same grade as when he won it in the Moonee Valley in the benchmark 78. Just hope they really hunt up here and the gaps appeal out when cornering. The other one I want to have a saver on here is number 1, Be Attempted at around $30. You can have a 1x3 if you want, or 1x4. So I think it's definitely an each way chance here. First up, it was in the same race as number 2 here, American Angel at Flemington. Didn't have much luck and went well under a nice ride. Second up, do yourself a favor and go and watch the replay at this. First look, it didn't look like a sweet ride. It looked very dodgy, but go and read the steward's report, as she was only following the tactics of the trainer. She was 2 lengths off him, off a real slow tempo. And between the 800 to the 600 to the 6 to the 4, they roughly went 9. She went 9 lengths quicker. She used all her gas right there. It's, on the corner, you couldn't have enough on, but she just ran out of gas. They were walking in that race, so there was no way they were going to run over the top of them. Today's barrier, they could use it from barrier 3, but the booking tells me they might go back. Most of its racing's been back, but at $30, if they do roll forward, I'm happy to have something on at around $30. Number 2, American Angel is the main play, and number 1, Be Attempted, is the saver of the race. WhatsApp, guys, I'll repeat it again. If you, as you know, I've opened it up, free WhatsApp group. If you want my tips and thoughts on daily Victorian meetings, then DM me to join. Like this podcast, we're free. No podcast hidden behind any paywalls. If you ask any questions, we will answer them on the show. So please get involved. Ask any questions about the Saturday meeting. We will answer them on our show. My WhatsApp and thoughts like this podcast, is all free. We have had a very quiet week on the punting side, but one of the community members sent out some vital information for Secret Palace at Sandown on Wednesday and lobbed at $11. So a few of the lads were up and about when that lobbed. And now they're starting to throw a few Commonwealth Games multis out there while I'm being very quiet on the punt. So with Spring Carnival around the corner, come and get involved, punters, because it's starting to heat up. As I said, it's all free. Come and join the fun and start backing some winners. Around the grounds here, we'll go to Adelaide for 2 races here. Adelaide race 2, number 7, Bubble Over. It's a maiden race, currently $4.80. Did a lot wrong last start. Thought the jockey couldn't control the horse. Maybe the horse took control of the jockey. And the booking of Jason Bembo, who is flying in Adelaide at the moment, is a great booking, nice and strong, can control the horse from barrier 4, sits on pace, and I think the extra 50 metres will suit this horse. That's race 2, number 7, Bubble Over. Just a little mention here, keep an eye on race 8 in Adelaide. Some nice horses resuming in Adelaide. No bet, but keen to see how a few horses have come back and are going to go moving forward. You got Unflinching, Kalos, Scorched Earth. They're the 3 that are on the top of my mind at the moment, but there are others. That's the big Lightning Stakes over 1050 metres. Might be a few black bookers out of that race. We'll move over to Morpheville race 9, number 7, Agaramoni. Was really good last start in Melbourne against Squid Game. Only went down by 0.8. Thought the 1,000 metres last start was too sharp for him, and I think the 1,200 should suit him better. Good barrier to camp behind the leads, peel out when straightening, and $4 looks a good price. That's race 9, number 7, Agaramoni. Probably butchered it. Multi-time. Firstly, Matty will give me his thoughts for some races. I'll put them on socials. They'll definitely be going in the community chat. So please, punters, stay tuned to socials or come join the community for Matty's thoughts. The multi this week, I've had to go 4 legs here. I'm going to take Port Adelaide over Collingwood, self-interest, nothing better. I'm going to take Carlton over Adelaide. I'm going to take Be Tempted, the place at around $10, and Agaramoni, the place in Adelaide. That is the place as well. It comes to $57. So that's Port Adelaide to beat Collingwood. That's Carlton to beat Adelaide. That's Be Tempted, race 6, number 1, the place. And Adelaide, race 9, number 7, Agaramoni, the place. $57 for that 4-leg multi. Pony up of the week, I'm going to go outside the norm here. We're going outside of a race we haven't previewed. It was tough. It's a tough meeting, guys. It's a good reason to join the community. You can get my thoughts on the whole meeting mid-morning Saturday. But back to the pineapple of the week. We're going to go race 7, Moonee Valley, number 12, Tavi Dance. Has been super in its first 2 starts this prep. Now gets J Carr. Yes, barrier 10 could be a bit sticky. It could be 3 wide, but it should have a bum to follow. And by race 8, maybe lanes 4 to 7 might be the A ground, as the inside might be chopped up. Third up now should be Peak Fitness, and I'm thinking at around the $5, I think it is a very good chance of winning. That's race 7, number 12, Tavi. No, sorry. Let's go back. It's race 8, number 12. My apologies. I've written the notes wrong. Start that again. Race 8, number 12, Tavi Dance. That's the end of the show, guys. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you fill your pockets up on the weekend. And more importantly, I hope I've filled your pockets up on the weekend. Hope you have a great weekend. As I said, stay close to the socials for Matty's thoughts, or come join the community. You'll get them in there. You get my final thoughts in the community, as we are having a great time at the moment. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you Sunday morning for the review show.
I'm not a good person, but it just goes to show that good things do happen to bad people. So anyone out there who's up against the wall, fucking stick to it. Every cent you got, your rent, your electricity bill, if you're going to buy your missus a ring, don't fucking do it. Keep punting. Keep fucking punting.